Hey, Shalom.
Shalom, Michael.
All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to honor to the apostles, and Shalom to you brothers out there, you sincere brethren that are doing the work, all right? My name is Ayathan, and this is Elder Ainab, and we're from Great Millstone, all right, Hebrew Israelites. And today, guess what? It's June, and I have a microchip update, RFID microchip update. Now this article I have came out June 15th. So it's June and there are microchips. See right there. Alright, this is from a website technocracy.news. And as we've been saying, we've been pushing for years, over a decade, for decades, about the RFID microchip being the mark of the beast. And like the scriptures say, at the end it shall speak. So the Lord revealed the secrets to his prophets. That's why we're bold and we're confident saying that we are the prophets. Because when you look at what the prophets did, see, people today in this world, they equate a prophet of the Most High as someone who always speaking nice things. You know, has the weather forecast is going to be a bright and sunny day. You see, when you read the scriptures and you follow what the ancient prophets did, pursuant to Jeremiah 28 and 8, the ancient prophets, the Most High always raised them up before a kingdom was ending to prophesy death, destruction, doom upon that kingdom for its wickedness. And then you had a certain amount of people that would wake up and be delivered, and then you had a certain people that were set aside, which we call the 2/3 of Israel. Okay, we're only doing Israel. Salvation is only for the nation of Israel. 2/3 of Israel were set aside to not get it. Okay? Nothing's changed today. It's 2017, June 17th, and the prophets are back here again. The Most High sent them back here in America, again in these modern day times to prophesy death, doom, and destruction against America.
Right. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that which have been before me and have before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. Now if you follow the major kingdoms, which the major kingdoms would be starting with the Babylonians, then the Medo-Persian Empire, then the Greek Empire, then you got the Roman Empire, then you got America, which is now. Okay, these are the major empires throughout history. For every single kingdom before they fell, the Most High sent out prophets. Perfect example, Babylon. You had Jeremiah, you had Daniel. You had other prophets that were contemporary during that time. Same thing with the Roman Empire. When the Roman Empire, the Lord, whom you call Jesus Christ himself, then you had the 12 apostles, which were also prophets. Okay? Then you had other guys which believed that prophesied against the Roman Empire. Same thing here in America.
Go back even a little bit further. Moses and Aaron prophesied against Pharaoh that if they didn't let the Lord's people go, all these plagues was coming upon them. The Lord ended up sending 10 plagues. And furthermore, expound what the elder was bringing out, all these kingdoms were all ruled by the heathen, which don't have the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Anytime you sin on this earth, your judgment is to go into captivity.
All right. So you know what, brothers? Nowadays, here in June 2017, nothing's different. America is getting ready to be destroyed, and so the Most High has sent his prophets out to warn the people. Okay? So in that way, there's no cloak for your sin. And the Most High gave us the technology to use. We got the cell phones, we got hotspots, we got the internet. Because the scriptures say before the end of the world comes, the truth shall be published throughout all the world. And this is the vehicle the Most High is using is the internet. Okay?
Matthews on the rooftop.
On the rooftop.
Your media, your internet.
Your satellite.
On there. Yep, your satellite, your feed horns, and everything else.
Yep, that's right. So, brother, if you get Revelation 3 and 10. So the next major thing the Most High is going to cause here in America to try the world is going to be the RFID chip. Because the RFID chip, implantable RFID chip, okay, because you got different RFID chips. We're talking about the implantable where they inject it underneath your skin and where it becomes part of your body. It's biosynthetic. Okay, I'm sure there's a better term for it. But in other words, it bonds with your skin tissue, becomes a part of you. So basically, they want to turn you into a cyborg. Okay? So this is the next major trial that the whole world is going to be judged by, because this is the gateway into what they call the New World Order. It's a world order, the whole entire world, and it's being pushed mainly by the elites here in America, but they're using NATO as the vehicle to push this thing. And a lot of the NATO countries are in Europe, and that's where they're doing the test runs, and soon to come here to America. Hasn't hit America yet, because this is where the truth is coming out, mainly here in America. So the Lord has to seal his elect, okay? But this is the powerhouse where the truth is coming from. The apostles, the main people are here in America, so the Most High is gonna hit America with it last. Once everybody here in America is sealed, and then throughout the four corners of the earth. So if you got that, brother?
Yeah, Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, so the Most High is talking to his elect, which we call the 1/3, which are known as the elect, 144,000, okay? In the Bible, those men, the Most High is gonna put the Spirit on them because they have believed and they have done his work, meaning came out here, preached, done his work, studied, gave up their lives. The Most High is gonna protect them, so that when that hour of temptation comes, which is the RFID chip, martial law, they're gonna do away, they're gonna cut off the food, the water supply, everything. So it's gonna be the hour of temptation, and that gateway, or that key card for you to get water, for you to get food, for you to get heat, for you to get whatever, you're gonna need an RFID chip, okay? Go ahead.
I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Shall come upon all the world and try them which dwell upon the earth. So this is referring to this RFID microchip. Once again, it's June, and this is an update which came out not too long ago, within the past week. Now, pursuant to the scripture, this trial, or this chip, this mark, is going to be a device where you cannot buy or sell without it. This is going to be your new passport, your new driver's license, your new credit card, your new bank account. It's going to be a chip that they put in your hand, your right hand, your left hand, or in your forehead, because you have people that have missing limbs, so they may have to put in your forehead. And these are all trials and studies that they've been doing for the past decades, before I was born. Okay, so we'll read a little bit of this article, then we're going to read the scripture that described that this was going to happen. John wrote about it in the island of Patmos. Okay, so this says Swedish commuters using implantable RFID chips to pay for travel. Okay, matter of fact, brother, we'll read the scripture. What's that? Revelation 13, and you can start at 17. Yeah, 16 to 17.
Revelation 13 to 16. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead.
Right, now mark, Karagma is talking about something that's inserted under your skin, and we have to keep bringing this out over and over again, because this is the next big thing to befall America, befall the world actually. So we got to keep bringing it out so no one has an excuse.
And just to say that about that, when you read the book of the prophets and everything from Isaiah, John, Habakkuk, Nahum, Revelations, Matthew, the scriptures are repetitious.
Yep.
That's how you learn. 1 + 1 = 2. It never changes.
Yep. Yahushua always quoted the man he called Jesus Christ. He always quoted the books, Isaiah. He always referred back to the ancient books. They always kept repeating. All right? Repetition, that's how it sticks upstairs. And that way, notice one thing, for you brothers that actually read the scriptures, when the Lord, he'd always ask a question or make a point, he always say it in threes. You never just say it once, he would always say it in threes to make sure you got it. Repetition.
Saying he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead.
Right. So what this means is that this mark, this RFID microchip, implantable, this is another clue to what this device is that the Lord's talking about. Is that nobody's going to be exempt from receiving this. Just like anybody born, no one is exempt from receiving the Social Security number, no one will be exempt from receiving an RFID microchip. And yep, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna bring out a point. When you look up the documentary with Aaron Russo, when he brought out the fact that Nick Rockefeller gave him the layout of the New World Order plans, he said that the main thing was to get everybody chipped. He told him, if you become part of our elite or join our club, you're gonna have a chip, but on your chip is gonna have the abbreviation KMA, which means kiss my ass if any of the cops pull you over saying you're part of the top echelon. So basically he said everybody's gonna get a chip, but the ones who's a part of it, who sold out to the New World Order, you might get a little more privileges.
Yeah, that's called selling out.
Yep.
So celebrities might get celebrity status on the chip and all that. But go ahead, let's finish this out.
It says Revelations 13 and 16. It says that he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
That's right. And again, this is talking about the RFID implantable microchip. You brothers can look up this title. Okay, Swedish commuters using implantable RFID chips to pay for travel. And they actually have the video of a man using his phone, okay, and he's scanning his hand. He's got the chip in there, and he's making payments off of his phone. And watch another video. It's on the GMS On Air channel, and we go into how this is the whole reason why they're rolling out the 5G network, because in order for this to be successful, it has to live on a 5G network, and that's being spearheaded by Verizon. Okay. They're the same ones that have spearheaded the what they call optic fibers, which was invented by Jake, by the way. That still works for them. Back when it was known as Atlantic Bell, he invented it. But anyway, that's why they're rolling out the 5G network, because they need that for this new system to operate on. So anyway, with that, brothers, we're gonna say shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, the fathers and the elders, and shalom to your brothers. May the Lord protect you all. All right, shalom.
Och så andas ut.
If you're always forgetting your keys, if you're always forgetting to print off your tickets, or your phone is always dying so you don't have the tickets on your phone, then maybe this is really worth the risk or worth the hassle of having an implant.
This is a new technology, of course. We're seeing the baby steps in this area, but everything that makes our lives easier, I think, is interesting. And being able to travel on the train without using a ticket it's a new way, and I think that attracts new customers to SJ.
Hur minuter är vi framme i Helsingborg?
This technology is no different than using a commuter plastic card or like your new Visa card when you go to shop in the supermarket. So I don't think the privacy is threatened in this particular technology.